Nobody realizes that the coffee goes cold so quick, but
I know.
I'm still gonna drink it because it lets me do something with my hands. I am here today with Deb Barnes with Every Woman Can. We are here in October. It is Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
So Breast Cancer Awareness Month is a call to action, right? It's also a reminder to all of us, 40 and above, go get your mammogram, right? Go get it annually, take care of yourself, right test, right time, all of those messaging. But it's really more than awareness. It's more than education, although it's good to be reminded that we need to go get that. It's a call to action. So many of us have lost people to breast cancer. We have people struggling in our community with breast cancer. So this is a time to really rally and support them as well.
I know most of us know somebody who's been touched as either a survivor or has gone through it as a supporter within their family, and it takes you through the ringer. It was 1 in 8 women?
1 in 8.
Will be diagnosed?
1 in 8 women will be diagnosed in her lifetime.
Crazy.
It is. And you know, October, of course, we celebrate all of our survivors and fighters and honor those who have been taken, but it's also equally important to celebrate those co-survivors. Because you rarely hear a survivor who can't name a handful of people who have been instrumental in their care process. So we also celebrate and lift those people up as well.
Every Woman Can is kind of a new name in the community.
It is.
So for those who haven't heard or know the backstory, can you kind of illuminate
where
we are?
Another national breast cancer organization pulled out. That board of directors wanted to ensure that something local stayed. They tasked us with figuring that out. So we went to Inland Imaging. And Inland Imaging had, believe it or not, a foundation called Every Woman Can, and they were all in supporter. They're a founding member. So 1 in 8, we know that, right? So Every Woman Can, 1 in 8 will get breast cancer. So we started in February and quickly put together a run. That was in April, and we had, 2,500 women and men and families show up to support us, which was amazing with only a very short lead time to do that. All of our money stays local now, so literally if you give us $1, it's going back to somebody in our community, which is really nice.
Now the funds that you raise, you then send out in the form of grants to those who actually provide care.
It's an incredible responsibility to grant out these funds. And there's so many people doing so many great things. I mean, we literally got $500,000 in asks this year. And we're trying to fund about $200,000 of it. So somehow this year, up to our run, we're trying to raise that much money to fund into these direct care providers. The run is such an important part of this process for people.
It was so fun too. I'll admit, I was there. I don't normally wear pink. I'm kind of like one of those, I have a daughter now, so she's warming me up to wearing pink.
Well, it's so great
fun.
Because people dress up, right? Like they show up in boas. They show. We had a whole
tutus.
We had like a Minnie Mouse team that showed up. They were all like they bowed out and had their tutus on, and lots of people show up for that. But when I say lots of people show up for that, lots of people get to show up. Cancer is not a doing thing. There's literally so many limited things that you can do, but you can show up for a run. We can actually show the support to our community. So it's such an important piece of what we do. And of course, the funds raised go back into our community.
So October's a big month for not only getting the awareness out, but hopefully gaining more awareness for Every Woman Can, raising some important dollars. And you want to have an event coming up that people can participate in. So tell me about that.
We do. It's called the Here For You Summit. This event is different than the run, right? The run, we're there to show up, to support, to celebrate the stories. It's not that we don't do that on October, but October's a more serious month for us. It's more about, pink is not always pretty. Watching somebody go through this treatment is awful, and participating in it is even worse than that, right? So we want to make sure people understand what these women are really going through. So this year in the United States alone, about 40,000 women are going to die from breast cancer. 450 men. That's an alarming amount of people, right? We can do better. We can do better. It's important what we do. And it's not we, it's all of us as a community. Everybody participates in it. We represent 20 counties in Eastern Washington, 10 in Northern Idaho. And we all have the same stories, we all hear it. It's important that we can step up during this month.
Absolutely. So for somebody who maybe hasn't found that outlet for themselves, hasn't found that thing that they're passionate about, I guess would you have any advice on volunteers and just where to get going?
Well, of course, Every Woman Can needs volunteers. Nobody's going to be like, I'm sorry, we're just not taking extra help today. So you should give where your heart is. you know? We forget where our hearts are too all the time. I mean, in our families, maybe we have some dynamic in our family that we're really attached to. Well, maybe go make a difference there. Yeah, I just think it's important to find one thing that you feel like, yeah, that's gonna be my thing. Because there's so many awesome things that are happening in our community right now.
So Every Woman Can in
Yes.
October. Are there some
Yes.
volunteer opportunities that we can get people
Yeah,
connected with?
absolutely. And they're all across the gamut, right? So we can have you working in our office with us, or we can have you out in the community doing some education with us, or we can have you at events. We have a ton of events this month. So there's tons of ways that people can get involved.
Oh, I love it. Well, awesome. The luncheon event sounds amazing. I am sadly out of town, so I'm depending on everybody else to go and be present for Deb. And I will be at the run again for the second year because that was just too much fun.
Yeah,
so
it was
lots to
great.
look forward to. And whether it's pink or not pink, you know, or not just Spokane either. I mean, gosh, you said 6 counties, right? It's just crazy.
20 counties.
20 counties. Whoa, I'm way off.
20 counties in eastern Washington and 10 in northern Idaho.
Holy cow.
Yeah, so we're branching out.